Hello, everybody. Hope this finds you doing well. This is Danelle here at Networkchain. Today, we're going to talk about what is happening in the cryptocurrency market. As you can see, Bitcoin and a lot of other cryptocurrencies are seeing a nice bounce back over the past week. As you can see, cryptocurrency is up. We can look at the total market cap. It's currently $2.45 trillion. That's in the market of all the cryptocurrencies combined. Of course, we're going to look at Bitcoin, which is the top dog, currently trading at $67,245. It is up nearly 15% over the past 7 days. What a difference a week or two makes. Ethereum is up over 11% at $3,500. BNB is trading at $595. Solana outpacing all of them in the top 10, trading at $173, up over 23%. We have XRP up 7%. Dogecoin, the top meme coin of them all, is currently up nearly 20% at 13 cents. Tencoin in the top 10, trading at $7.31, is basically flat. And Cardano is basically about flat, almost down 1% at 43 cents. Still hanging in there, at least for now, in the top 10. So let's look a little bit closer at what Bitcoin has been doing over the past week. We can see here over the past month, looking at the monthly chart, that it is up 3.69%. So we're getting back to where we were about a month ago. And you can see we have now bounced back. Many people believe the bottom happened around July 5th when we went down to 54. As you can see here on this chart, it's 53.7 was the low on July 4th of 2024. And that was around the time that Germany sold their Bitcoin holdings. And now we're seeing that we've recovered about 50, or I should say about 10,000 US dollars since then, actually more than that, if you consider the actual bottom. So many people believe that we hit the bottom and that we're going to be going up from here. Of course, we're going to have some choppiness, some pullbacks along the way, but we could potentially be seeing an all-time high sometime before the end of this year. And you can see here the last time we got to an all-time high was in March when we hit $73,000. So people are looking for that target over the next several weeks and next several months. Obviously, time will tell. So if we look at how Bitcoin has been performing versus some of the other assets, including Ethereum right now is actually not doing well compared to Bitcoin, at least over the past week. We can see that Bitcoin is outpacing Ethereum. Bitcoin up over 3.65% over the last 5 trading days. Now we're doing this in comparison to some other stocks. So we have to look at the last 5 trading days. And you can see Ethereum has been doing okay, up almost 1% over the past 5 days. But then when you look at MicroStrategy, which many people look as a hedge, now, I shouldn't say a hedge. People actually look at it as a Bitcoin proxy because of the amount of Bitcoin that they own. Owning over $200,000 Bitcoin, they actually tend to move a lot faster when Bitcoin is going up. As you can see here, that is the case. MicroStrategy up over 16% over the last 5 trading days. And Marathon, which is the top mining company and holds the most Bitcoin out of the public miners, they are up 12.67% over the last 5 trading days. This is another trade that a lot of people use when it comes to trading in equities, when it comes to something that follows closely to what happens with the Bitcoin price. So we'll continue to keep you posted on what happens here. Many people suspect that Ethereum could potentially outpace Bitcoin over the next couple of weeks because we have found out that the Ethereum ETFs will be trading, it looks like next week. So the Chicago Board Options Exchange has confirmed that 5 spot Bitcoin Ethereum ETF products will begin trading next week, or this week, I should say, by the time you see this recording on July 23rd. So we see here that the 5 spot Ethereum exchange traded funds that will begin trading on the CBOE will begin on July 23rd, and it's pending regulatory effectiveness. And we know that a couple of months ago, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission did approve the spot Ethereum ETFs. And so since then, there's been a series of filings that had to be filed with the SEC along with other registration statements. And now it looks as if they will now be ready to trade on the public market on July 23rd. So if we go back to what happened with Bitcoin, when the Bitcoin spot ETFs hit the market, Bitcoin price went up a little bit, then it came down, and then after it came down, it just ran for the hills and continued to go up and up and up, and we haven't seen those prices since. And it was trading at around 40,000 or so when the Bitcoin spot ETFs came out, and then after that we saw that, let's see if we can look here on the chart, looking back at Bitcoin, those started trading around January 11th, I believe. And so you can see here it was around $40,000. We had a dip when it came out. And then from there, it just continued to go up. And we haven't seen the price dip down below 50,000 since. So we could see potentially the same type of price action when it comes to Ethereum. Obviously, time will tell to see what happens. And we'll obviously keep you posted on X as well as Instagram. So we shall see whether or not we will, see some similar price action with Ethereum. We've kind of been trading in this range between 2,800 to 4,000 really over the last several months. So is it a possibility that we could see Ethereum begin to break above 4,000 and continue to go on a nice little run into their all-time high? So obviously time will tell. And also, if we look here and look at a little bit more of the details of the actual Ethereum ETFs that will be hitting the market, you can see the waiver fee is now out, and you can see that a lot of them are going to be trading with a fee of less than 0.25%. Some of them from 0.19% to 0.2%, a lot of them at 0.25%. You see Grayscale, their Ethereum trust, they're going to be converting it to an ETF. Their fee is still going to remain at 2.5, but they're spinning off a mini trust, and their waiver fee, their post waiver fee, because it's going to start off at 0.0%. for the first 6 months, or until they reach 2 billion. And then once that happens, then they're going to have the fee of 0.15%. So we're going to probably see similar to what we did with the Bitcoin spot ETFs, where a lot of money flowed from the GBTC product and then went into some of the other ETFs, or people were just taking profits. And so a lot of people have been holding this Ethereum trust for a while, for several years now in many cases. So a lot of those folks will probably be looking to take profits or go into some of these other ETFs that have a much lower fee. So time will tell on that as well. But of course, we're going to continue to keep you posted. If we take a look at what's been going on with the spot Bitcoin ETF volumes, you can see we're nowhere near where we were in terms of the all-time highs in March, but we are seeing a steady growth in terms of the amount of Bitcoin that these spot Bitcoin ETFs are seeing in volume. We can see that this past week was a pretty good week. We can see on Friday that GBTC had almost 400 million in volume, and there was a total of 3.19 billion that was traded with these spot Bitcoin ETFs. And remember, because of the halving, only 450 Bitcoin is being produced per day, and we're seeing 10, 20 times that being bought up by these ETFs. So once again, when we talk about the principles of supply and demand, there's only a finite supply of Bitcoin ever. That will be 21 million. And you can see that with these spot Bitcoin ETFs gobbling up Bitcoin, we're seeing sovereign nations gobbling up Bitcoin. We are going to see even more demand come into the market as the Bitcoin price continues to go up, as more eyes continue to keep on Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market, and more adoption continues to play out. So just continue to keep it focused here on Networkchain. Make sure you learn as much information as possible and do your due diligence. Stay tuned not only with us here at YouTube. We appreciate you watching, but also check us out on Instagram as well as on X. In the meantime, take care, do your due diligence, and we look forward to linking up with you soon on the Networkchain. Bye-bye.